I'd like to do a quick strumming technique video. So just learning to eventually do some more rhythmic strums using the method that I usually employ with ukulele and guitar, which is basically my elbow is what's controlling the movement, and my elbow is constantly moving up and down with the beat of the song. So no matter what different patterns or interesting rhythmic things I do, there's always a constant up-down of my arm controlled at the elbow, not at the wrist. So first, I'm just going to put a C chord over here. First, we're just going to practice some steady beat down strums. So just going down with my hand repeatedly on a steady beat. So after you get pretty good with a steady beat doing down strums like that, then what we want to do is some down, up, and the important thing here is that the up strums are not softer than the downs, because naturally the downs will be a little stronger, louder, the ups will be a little softer, but we want to counteract that a little bit and try to make them as even as we possibly can, both in dynamic or volume level and also in a even steady beat. So let's do some down ups. Now, even mine, you can tell a difference a little bit in the sound of the downs and the ups, but you want to try to wear that out a little bit. So as much as you can, you want to get them very even. So after we've mastered doing steady beats with the down strums, and then steady beats with the down, up, down, up, then we're going to try to add in some accented, harder strums without throwing off our rhythm. So I'm going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with my down up strums. But every time I say 1, I'm going to hit a lot harder. And I'm exaggerating a little bit more than what we would normally do when we're playing, but that works well for practicing it, I think. So 1 and 2 and 3 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Good. So you'll need to practice that one a little while before you're ready to move on from there. So the next thing I do after that is I add another accent. I keep the accent on the 1, then I add a second accent on the up strum that's after the 2 when we say and. So it's kind of like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and. Good. Now that's can be a little bit tricky, but once you get that, you're doing really well. We're going to do one more thing that is part of kind of my first series of instruction with strumming for all my string students. The next thing is we add in a skip. So what I mean by skip is on beat 3 during this pattern, our hand is still going to move down like it does on all the number beats, like 1 and 2 and 3. So it still is going to go down, but instead of going down across the strings, we're going to skip over the strings. So my elbow is still going to make this constant motion every single beat, down, up, but on the 3, my hand is going to skip over, and I'm not going to make any sound. But I can't just freeze my hand up here, or I'll be off when I try to go to the 3 and, because I don't want to go down on an and. I want ands to always be up. So let me demonstrate. I'll go kind of slowly. 1 and 2 and skip and 4 and 1 and 2 I know I'm hitting the strings kind of really hard, and it is, like I said, an exaggeration of what I would do in normal playing, but if you can get where you can do those patterns, it really helps, especially if you can do those and employ them into different songs that you play. It works. That pattern works with a lot of songs. Ultimately, we will be doing different patterns for all different songs, where we accent different beats and skip different beats based on basically what the song sounds like and what we hear in the rhythm pattern of the original recording. But getting that pattern down is definitely a step towards learning my strumming method. All right, thank you and good luck.